Hello, hello. Oh, hang on, hang on. Let me just put you at the backstage, sis, no?
Oh, sige.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Another live for me on this on my business page. Welcome again on my live stream. This is my second live stream for today. Thank you for being here. And by the way, for those who are new here on my page, my name is Lisa, and I'm the face behind this business page, Lisa Digital Life. And I'm a registered nurse. I am single mom of 2 young adults, and I'm a digital business owner, and I'm also a mentor on this digital business. Yeah, so tonight is very special because I am interviewing another business partner of mine. Um, she is her story is very inspiring, and she is also a Filipino like me, and she is born in the Philippines, grew up in the Philippines, and she's also came from a big family of 8 siblings. And she is a true dreamer and a fighter. And she was an OFW. She has worked in Singapore and Hong Kong. And she's also a breadwinner. And she's now a healthcare in the US. So yeah, let me just so like many of us, we feel stuck that we are on the same cycle. So our guest tonight, she felt that one until she decided to try this digital business, and her life started to change. So let's welcome our guest for tonight. Let's just bring her in.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, sis.
Hello.
Hello, sis. Good evening. There is 6 o'clock. There is an
Yes, it's 6
in the
o'clock
evening.
here on my side right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So we are 4 hours ahead here in the UK.
Yes, because we just...
You're from South Carolina.
Yes, South Carolina.
Yeah. So can you just introduce yourself to our audiences, sis?
All right. So, yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our viewers, followers, wherever you are tuning in right now to our live. I am Faye, live from South Carolina, originally from the Philippines, from the island of Mindanao. Bisayang Bisaya ako, and now currently living here. I moved here in the US in 2011 to join with my husband. My background, I came from the big family, of course. 8 siblings, 7 boys, and a girl. So
You're the only one.
and then I was former OFW, breadwinner, and now here in the US, healthcare worker, and also digital business owner na rin. So, yes, that's all for me. Back to you, sis.
So let's just bring the. So can you share, sis, with us what life was like growing up in the Philippines, coming from a big family, and how those struggles shape who you are, and who you are has shaped who you are today?
Well, thank you, sis. Thank you for that questions. Really, all this story of transformation now really based on all my experience growing up, in I grew up in a less privileged family, living very basic life. And to me, that time, it seems like everything is out of reach. But I never lost hope. As a young girl, I start dreaming big when I was a young girl because I saw my family struggle, and I was thinking myself that, I don't want to live life this way forever. There must be another way. And that kind of dream, as I grow up, it grows with me. I wanted to have a beautiful house where there is electricity and all this, things inside the house where we don't have like those when I was growing up. It's tough, but you know what? All those experience, those struggles that I experienced, it really taught me to be a strong woman. It shaped me to be the woman I am today because imagine when I was doing my elementary days, going to school without pocket money, even up to my high school. I don't have even like friends, because I feel like my confidence during those time was really, really very slow, very down.
Mm.
I don't want to like talk. When nobody talk to me, I don't talk. You can see any smile. Looking back all my pictures when I was growing up,
Yeah.
kids and teenagers, you cannot see me smiling. Maybe because, those hard life that I went through, it affects me, but it also motivate me to work harder, to dream bigger, because I know from that moment that I don't want to live life like that all my life because I saw all the struggles. So when I when I finished my high school, I didn't have all those luxury things that kids now have. I didn't have all those things. So after high school, I decided not to continue my studies because I look at my parents. They really cannot send me to school. I can go to school by my own through working student because somebody offer me, but if I want to go to school, if I choose, I cannot help my parents. So I chose to work at an early stage of my life, helping my family. Living on my own, I went to the city and work, find a job on my own,
Mm.
work in the sales there
Yeah.
for like 6 years. But first of all, my first job, because I was from a province, I don't know anything about in the city. So my first job when I was there was a housemaid. And you know what? My salary a month, 300 peso. That's my first salary, 300 peso. So
Yeah.
that's how I experienced. But then it didn't stop me to keep dreaming. When I had experienced how to go around the city, I started looking for a job in the sales. So I got a job in the sales. But then, in the Philippines, after like you're 24, it's hard to find a job in there because there is like age,
Yeah.
requirements. So that's when I started dreaming big again. And yes, growing up, those struggles that I experienced, it really taught me to be resilience. And I would say that whatever from now, whatever hardship that I will be facing, it's nothing because I already experienced those hardship when I was young. So it built me stronger. And I was living away from my family, missed a lot of moments because when I was in my high school, I didn't live with my family. My
Yeah.
parents asked me to live with my aunt because, that 7 peso bus, jeepney na pamasahe, hindi ko afford yan noon. Kaya hindi ako umuwi sa amin.
Mm.
So, ganun ang life ko dati. Hard, but
Yeah.
I survived. So, yes, that's all my growing up struggles.
You know, sis, I really admire you so much. I've been hearing your stories, and I really admire what you've been through. And I have, honestly, I have a very soft heart to you because my parents was has worked abroad also before, and they were they he went abroad to work. Some money is not enough in the Philippines that time. They have their own job, but because they want us to have a very good life as well, so they have applied and work abroad. So my dad and my mom work in Jordan when we were young, and then when we were growing up, me and my sisters, my dad went home in the Philippines for him to guide us because we were growing up, and my mom went to she became domestic helper in Singapore and also in Hong Kong. So I relate so much to you. That's why this live stream is very important to me. It's very special because I relate it much to you, and you are really inspiration. And I was listening to your story, and it's different, but it's also similar because some of it, like you were an OFW, and 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 my parents was OFW as well before, and 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 I'm so thankful, and I have a big salute. Sorry, I became also a bit emotional when I I remember I remember that my parents must was yeah, they became an OFW. They're in the Philippines now because they're already in their old age, but we grew up without them. So when we were young, at a young age, but and then yeah, and my dad was with us as well, growing up when we were already on our secondary school. So yeah, so uh and my mom was away, yeah, and but before, when my parents was back in Amman, Jordan, when we were very young, I had my my aunt who became like one of my second mom. One of my we had a second mom, and she was the one who raised us when my parents was back in Amman, Jordan. So yeah, so I became yeah. So I related to you, sis, because yeah, because I had a very soft heart to all the W's, and yeah. So sorry, na ano ako.
Carried away.
I really have a soft heart to all the OFWs, and then and we didn't really have much as well that time, and and we only had a very good education because our parents um they became they were apart, so one will had stay in the Philippines, and one went abroad when we were already in secondary school. But both of them, when we were at a young age, when we were growing up, they were both abroad. So it was I had a second mom. I had a second mom who raised us, and that was my aunt, and that was the sister of my dad. So na ano, yeah. So yes, thank you so much for that, Sisa. Thank you so much, and for that story. And I really admire for your courage as well coming out. And let's just go to so let's so the second one says I just want to know yeah so you work as an OFW in Singapore, di ba? And Hong Kong,
Yes.
and became a breadwinner for many years. Um, did you ever feel tired of the cycle of working hard but still wanting something more for your future? For your future.
Uh, yes. Being an OFW, ano talaga yon, yung parang uh, you really have to be strong to be away from your family, starting from the foreign country. You don't know anything, you don't know anybody. You have to adjust the culture. Lalong-lalo na sa akin, I'm not very good in English.
Mm.
It's hard, but I made it. I've been into Singapore. I think I started in 1997, and that's the first boss that I worked. I worked 4 years and a half. It's hard, but I always remember my purpose why I went abroad.
Yeah.
Before I left home, I told myself that I don't want to go home if I cannot build a house, because when I left home, our house, when it rains, the rain, the rain, some of the rain will come in. So I told myself, I don't want to go home if I cannot build a home. 4 years and a half, I didn't see my family. Sorry. 4 years and a half, I didn't see my family. No communication like now.
Mm.
That communication through my family last time with my mother is through writing letter. Like I write letter, I waited like 3 months before I hear them how they are. So that's how difficult it is. But I have a dream,
Mm.
and thankfully my boss last time is very good. My first boss, they are very good. I took care of 3 kids, young kids. Took care of three kids. I feel like I've been a mother to them because I'm the one who is there during the day. The parents leave before 7 in the morning and come back 7 in the night. So I was there with them the whole time. Whenever they felt sick, I have to bring them to the doctor, bring to school. It's tough, but I always remember that I have a dream. I want to build a house for my family. And when my first contract finished, I didn't go home. I told my boss that I want to continue, and being an OFW, when your contract finished, there is like a free ticket and 2 weeks of paid vacation. So they give me that ticket round trip amount. So that's why I used to buy a lot where I can build a home. And after 4 years and a half, I went home into a new place. It's not fancy, but it's a dream come true. I got a new home in a new place where the highway is right in front of the house, and that's the house that I have now in the Philippines. So
Wow.
my parents live there. It's a bigger than what we used to have, because
Yeah.
growing up, we were packed like a sardines. And all those hardship that I experienced is really every time I remember it, it brings memories to me that uh I'm far from where I started.
Yeah.
And I went again that time. I thought I want to stay there in the Philippines, but when you used to have a salary every month, and I am not getting that every month there, so I was thinking I need income, because I will always spending money and no income coming in. So what I did, because I'm not decided yet to go back, what I did, I went back. I went to the city. I looked for a place. I rented a place. I start doing a sari-sari store. Everything that you need in the house, it's in
Yeah.
there in my little store.
Yeah.
So I started that, and you know what? I used to do my capital. I pawn my jewelry and use it as my capital, rent the place, and you know, start start the capital, buying all the goods what necessary family use in the house. So that's how I started there, doing that little business that I had. And then after that, I got bored. I was away from my family, but I'm still continue. The help still continue. I was doing by myself alone there. My family was in the province.
Yeah.
Continue sending my help to them, and then after like 6 months, I decided I want to go back again to abroad. So I went back to abroad, and it didn't last on me for that second employer, because we didn't get along. I just with them 11 months, and I went home, buy my ticket. But before I went home, I applied another job to Hong Kong. I already have boss there. I signed up contract, and I went home to Manila. I didn't see my family. I didn't went home to my province. I went to Manila, do my medical there, and flew back to Hong Kong.
Mm.
So I stayed there for 4 years again, and still continue helping my family, because being, I don't know, I'm happy. It's tiring, but because when you are a OFW, you have a boss 24/7 your service.
Mm.
Whatever time they need you,
Yeah.
you have to do it. So it's difficult, but I will always tell myself, this is dollar.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
my boss like, Matt, that's part of your salary,
Yes.
dollar. So
Yeah.
that's how I told myself that, just work hard.
Yeah.
Then went back again for vacation, and I stayed in Hong Kong for 6 years. The last boss that I had, they are kind. They let me uh, have a vacation in the Philippines when I just started with them, because in the first boss that I had, it's so difficult to go home and see my family. So yes, the cycle is tiring every day, the same, but I still keep dreaming. I know there are offers. There are some offers that offer to me, but I know in my heart that I cannot take those offer. So I refuse those offer. I know I can make it with through hard work. It's better that the money that I feed my family is come from my hard work. So I refuse those offer until I meet my husband. We meet online.
Oh,
Yeah.
when you were
So
in
I'm
still on
thankful
Hong
for
Kong.
the internet. I'm thankful for the internet because
Yeah.
that's how I meet my husband, through the internet. And after almost 2 years of communicating, we decided to meet each other, and that's how story short story began there.
That's really I really admire your strength, sis, and I felt every word that you have said um right now, and I am very sure that lahat ng ating mga viewers, all our viewers felt the same. And actually lahat naman tayo, and especially all the our OFWs, um, we sacrifice a lot for our families, especially if you are a breadwinner. You just don't, you forget yourself sometimes, when you are already a breadwinner, just thinking what how you can send money to them, isn't it? And but a lot of OFWs, I'm very sure that deep inside, um, like we are praying that um, something something can change our life, isn't it? So that's what
Yes,
yeah,
you just have to believe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So so you're so right now, sis, you're now in the US, and you're now doing healthcare work, but you said that you felt burnout and stuck, isn't it? And so what made you decide um, to try the digital business even without college education? And how did this opportunity has changed your life, your mindset, everything, finances, everything? Your, how did it change?
Well, moving here in the US, most people think that when you move into the US, life will be easy.
Yes, yeah.
But it's not to everyone. When I moved here, I s- we started our life from the very scratch. Me and my husband, very very scratch. We live in the apartment, one bedroom with just bed only in our apartment, nothing else.
Mm.
That's how we started. And when I was looking for a job, my husband doesn't want me to work if I don't know how to drive because it's hard. There's no buses, sir. You have to
Mm.
you have to drive in order for you to find a job or go to job, to go to work. So, and one thing that I don't like is driving, and it took me almost a year because I'm scared of driving. So it took me almost a year, and then when I really wanted to start a job,
Yeah.
there's no way that I can start without learning to drive. I need to have a license. So that's how I started to work on get my license. And in order for me to get into the healthcare, I have to enroll for a short classes in the healthcare. I enroll in this nursing assistant uh, short course, and get a license so I can start. So that's how I did. I did full time,
Yeah.
double, part time. I normally work chicken shift before, where we always, like, me and my husband, for the few years of our marriage, when we start living here, we didn't see each other like often during the day because when I leave home, he's still sleeping. When I come back, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
So we didn't eat that much the same dinner time because I normally work second shift.
Yeah.
But then it still continue because we have to build our life here, and I'm sending help to my family. So I
Yeah.
have to do part time on my day off and in the morning before I went to my full time job. That's all I did. And sometimes I sign up for two shifts, 16 hours, just to earn more, because that's what I know. Want to earn more, you have to work more. Before,
Yes.
that's what I know.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went into a production job. I work full time in the production. I make part time my healthcare. I work 8 years there, Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday in the healthcare. So no life. So I felt
Yeah.
burned out. I feel like I maybe have money, but I don't have life.
Yeah. That's
So that's
really
when
much,
I decided.
much
That's when
different.
I decided that there has to be more to life. I don't want to, I don't want to work all my life like that. During those early days, 30s, 40s, our body don't feel that tiredness. But now I feel it, when I'm already in my golden years, I feel it, and it's not
Yeah.
just same. So that's when I decided that I have to look for something that I can do it. It's flexible, smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And this is uh what I found, the digital business. I was very curious, and it took me a while to believe it also. I
Yeah.
didn't believe it right away. It took me a while to believe it, especially me not having I'm not highly educated and want to run a digital business, no computer skills and all that. So it's hard to believe, but there's a voice in my head, at back of my head, that you got to try. So that's the time that I jump into this online business. And I found out that this online business really helped a lot of people. Not just, it's not just about income, but it's
Yeah.
about the time
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been looking for, the flexibility, the time freedom to enjoy life, while I still can. And you can only do that if you want to build something for yourself, something that you own, no boss. So that's what this business really gives you, when you start this online business. And or it's already proven it works, because already a lot of people is doing this business that they already gained their freedom, enjoy their
That's,
time,
yeah.
spend more family time, with their kids, to be more
Yeah.
present to their kids. So that's what it leads me to start this online business. I was scared. Yes, I'm scared. I was unsure if I'm capable to run this business, because like I said, I'm not highly educated. Computer skills is very basic. So, but then that changed, because skills can be learned along the way if you are willing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also there is training accessible 24/7, and
Yes.
you're not figuring it out alone, because there is support, community support, mentorship.
Yeah. That's right.
So it's really in there for you to learn. You just have the willingness to learn.
Yeah. That's
So
right, sis.
yes, that's what really it led me to this opportunity. I know it's not overnight successes.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. It's not.
So
It.
yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah. I really love how you said that nothing is success is not overnight, because if something like this get rich quick business, it just come and it goes, isn't it? And this our business has already been proven. And that means that if you are making effort like that, and you're working on it, that means it's legitimate. And 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 it's really so scary to um to jump into something like they are saying, like this get rich quick scheme, isn't it? Because you're here now, and then after a while it's gone. But this business has been proven. So I really love that's what what I love about this business as well is you don't need a perfect background. And um like you don't need to have a higher education, or you don't have uh you don't need to have this business background, as long as you are willing to try, isn't it, sis? The willing to or the decision that you want to change the direction of your life. So I really admire, and I really admire because what you what you have achieved actually. And and I hope it will inspire you will inspire more, especially our audiences who are watching right now, and who are also going to watch the replay of this our live stream. I am very sure that a lot of our kababayans OFWs are going to be inspired about your journey. So thank you for that, sis. So let me just so I'm going to ask the last question, sis. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So for those watching right now, um, especially our kababayans, the OFWs, breadwinners, and dreamers, what message can you give to them if they feel stuck, and but they want a better future?
Well, ang message ko para sa mga nanonood ngayon ng mga OFWs, mga breadwinners, ito lang masabi ko, pwede kayong mangarap ng malaki. Don't limit yourself to dream bigger. Kasi kung ako nga na kulang sa napag-aralan, kulang ang napag-aralan, na tech savvy, nagkapag-start ng online business, kaya nyo din yan. If you feel stuck, know that there's another way. There's another way to work smarter, not harder. You just have to decide, take action, because you will never see the changes if you don't want to make changes, right? So take action. Just like we did, we start with watching the webinar. That's what we started here. We decide to change, our future into a better way to work smarter, not harder. All right? So para sa mga nanonood, patuloy kayong mangarap. Bigger dreams awaits for you as long as you don't quit.
Yes. Yes. And I think nawala tayo ng, is it okay? Can you hear me, sis?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so that's correct, sis, yung wag patuloy pa rin talaga tayong mangarap, no? And it's not and our past just I just want to before we will end this live stream, I just want to for everybody who is watching right now, or who is going to watch the replay of our live stream, I just want to say that just remember that our past does not limit our future. So if you have a dream, just go for it, because there's a saying, I'm a big fan of this saying. It says like God has placed a dream in your heart for a reason, and that dream in your heart, meron talagang itinanim talaga niya yan. Kaya bakit hindi nawawala? Dahil there's a reason, may purpose yan. So just keep doing it. Just if you are right now there's a nudge or something that yung parang you're really curious of this business, you really have to do your due diligence. It's okay to try. You can, it's free anyway to register in our websites, and just watch the webinar. And if you happen that you didn't like it, you can stop it from there. As long, at least you said that when you have seen this, like you became curious of it and you had a look, at least you can say to yourself, like, you can avoid to yourself the what if. So yes, sis, I think that's all for us, sis. Have you got or can you tell your website to our
Okay.
before we go, sis?
All right. So if you resonate my story, our story being OFW breadwinner, kung may katanungan kayo, just ask us. We are happy to share our journey, the steps that we did when we started this journey. So connect with me or Sis Lisa. But first, you have to register your name and email address into my website at www.fakeax.net to access the free webinar. It's free. No pressure, just clarity. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sis, for your inspiration on your digital business journey. I hope everyone, I'm very sure that everyone has been inspired of this journey with the journey on your journey, and I feel really very inspired as well, and I relate so much on your journey, on your story, especially because my parents was OFW before, so I have a very soft heart to all OFWs. And yeah, so once again, thank you, si, salamat sa time.
Thank you din,
And
sis.
so for everyone who wants to know more of this business, just register to Sis Faye's website. And also, if you want, you can also register to my website, which is www.mamalisa-an.com. So it's the same content. So just it's free to register. So okay, sis. I think that's all. So thank you so much,
All
and
right.
see you
Thank you.
again soon.
Bye. Thank you,
Thank
viewers.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
bye.